I'm not talking to you now. Sorry, I just tickled myself. I'm like, oh! Mr. Wave. You literally legs, arms, and a head. What the fuck? Oh my god! Firing blanks.
Mine. I spoke back.
Please, you can, and boom. Oh. I pressed a random button and it was the button for
Megan, thank you for the membership.
We offered Side-Eye Guy's asshole up to the incubus/succubus. Nothing happened to his bumhole.
It's a noxious odour and it smells pretty rotten, and I've got a strong suspicion it's coming from your bottom.
I get brown and pink mixed up. Fuck off. No. Marilyn Monday. I saw that video. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardo. And chat of sorting laundry, so much laundry. Christmas Day. We're ending in 10 minutes. Turkey battle cry. Beardo looks like a white camp Mr. T. A pitbull. CRL, if you clip that,
Oh, Beardo!
Fuck
Hello,
you.
chat. I was about to write in the chat, buongiorno.
Scared the shit out of me shouting that loud. Look at this shit. They're in line with my nipples. They're lower than my nipple. Where's my nipples gone? Gun is firing peanuts! Peanuts!
Fire him with your penis, Beardo!
Side-Eye Guy. He's that posh. He's like James Bond, but with a sock.
Good evening, Beardos, Widows, Balls, and Ghouls. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year. I don't think I've seen anyone since the New Year. I know I sound a little like cack. I've got the flu again. But I'm even wearing my hoodie because I'm freezing. Vicky Emming, hello. Megan, thank you for the membership. I appreciate it. Just so I know, can you all hear me? Are we all good? Have I seen really haunted bullshit? For years, it's the same crap over and over again, so I don't cover him so much anymore. Oh, it was Beardho, not God. Beardho. Thank you. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all well. How many others have got the flu? You and the mic sound like caca. Was the mic sounding bad, or is it because I sound bad through the mic? Fuzzy audio. Right, is that better? Is that better? I've had to peak my microphone because I haven't got a full voice. Hello to you in British Columbia, Canada. Right, is that any better? I've got honey in my coffee. Mic sounds boomy. Mic sounds fuzzy. I think it's both. Mic sounds like the gain is too high. I've just turned it down. Has it gone any better? Yeah, I had to crank it up because I haven't got a full voice. I doubt I'll be doing the full 2 hours because I tried to record a video earlier and if I put it up. Right, how about there? Is that better? You sound rough, keep all. I mean, I've got the heater on for the first time this year there. I'm wearing my big, thick Call of Duty hoodie, whatever they're called. And also on strange issues, streaming YouTube, Netflix, etc. No. A load of spoons is sick. Second time since December. The hoodie looks so... Oh, man, it's... Mrs. Geek bought it for me for my birthday. No, Christmas last year. You should be rested, sir. No. Have you got a lot of rest? That's all I've done again. Same as last time. I feel exactly the same as last time. That's all I've done is sleep. But it's not all I've done. I've done bits out here today because I'm still working on the second setup. We got the dual monitors in. He looks like the bags under your eyes have got... I've always got bags under my eyes, to be fair, but yeah, my sleep has been... That's all I've done is sleep, except yesterday. I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know why. And then I eventually got to sleep early hours, and I was awake early. And then instead of dozing all day today, I was like, right, if I do stuff, try and sweat it out. Just sweated everything every time I moved. But it is. Okay, I'm sick too. Just recovered from a cold and a work trip. Got sick again. It sucks. Yeah, it seems like I've only had like 2 or 3 days where I wasn't ill. Lobster spring rolls. I'm too sick again shortly after recovering a massive hit from the flu. Thankfully not as bad this time. I feel every bit as bad as... The only thing I don't have this time is the muscle aches and the headache. Need a Justin jumper these... Do you know what? My dad turned up today. My mum and dad came down. My dad wanted to nose around the studio. My mum and dad turned up today. My dad had a Justin jumper on, but he was navy blue. Nearly threw him out of my house. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I'm not going to do the participants and try and reel off however many people are in here, because I'm just going to fuck myself up. 181 names. So, blanket welcome. Hello, everybody. Studio looks brilliant. It's getting there. I've still got some boxes down there. I've got a bag of stuff there. And there's a new pile of stuff there from Christmas. But it's definitely getting there. It looks a lot better than it did. I've got more space, even though one of those chairs is going. But yeah. Winner, chicken lunch. God bless Bronco. Who's Bronco? Who's Bronco? Hello there, haunted fanny flap. Holy shit. We were looking for something to watch, and lo and behold, Beardo. You're welcome, Don't Scare Clay. Do you know what? I saw something today. History buffs. I saw a post saying history buffs, and I laughed to myself, and I was like, I know a history buff, you know, the back muscles and stuff. Don't Scare Clay. And I went to repost it. When I scrolled, I seen you had already reposted it. I found that quite amazing. Funny coincidence. And a cold, annoying cough, but no aches. Yeah, I don't have the aches this time. You know, you get better. I know. Got a cold and annoying cough. I read that one. So I hope you all had a good New Year. Obviously, Mrs. Geek was working, so my New Year was going to be quite quiet. Then me and the in-laws got a bit drunk. And I woke up on New Year's Day like, Jesus, I feel rough. I'm on my way out the door. Happy Dev. Have a good evening. Lost my trail of thought. So, as most of you know, I have had the most time off I've ever had between November, December, and now the beginning of January. Because of the copyright stuff, and then I got ill. Then I came back for a little bit, and then I got ill. And I wanted to take time off for Christmas this year. So I've had a fair bit of time off. Feel like absolute cack. January starts tomorrow. Do you know what? It's starting for tomorrow for me, because the last 4 days have been a write-off. And then on the 2nd of December, boom, drama. Like, what the fuck? My inbox lights up, and it's like, can't believe you said that about the paranormal engineer. How dare you? I was getting all these screenshots of people saying that I've attacked the paranormal engineer, and I was like, I know that guy. I've watched him. He did a video about my copyright strikes, and I remember him saying in that he was looking to go down the sort of debunking route. Like, fully supported him, subscribed to him. Like, the fuck? So it turns out the Shape thought that he had borrowed heavily from a Side-Eye Guy video, and I've watched both of them. You could say that mine's exactly the same, because we all covered Sam and Colby getting the wrong house. It happens all the time. Flurio put out a video saying, you know, I don't think it's a copy, just credit. Shape changed his mind on it and said, no, actually, he just needed to give a shout out, which he edited and said, my mistake, I was heavily influenced by Seg, so I should have shouted him out. I'm alright, cool, good. And then fucking Jimbo, you know, Jimbo with his eyes too close together, horrible little bastard, is in everyone's comment sections that me and the Ouija brothers are trying to be the new Sam and Colby by faking that ghosts are not real or something along those lines to take over the internet. And I'm like, we are going the wrong way about this, if we are. Because we haven't done anything together for ages. I mean, me and Griff have gamed on occasion. What the fuck? And then the old dear whose grandson or son hexed me, he turned up everywhere saying I was an internet bully and shit. And I'm like, didn't we ban you for taking the piss out of a charity stream, you muppet? And then it was like Jeanette. All of those people, all of those names, took what Seg said. Took what the shape said, twisted what the shape had said it was me, and then commented on Truth or Demons podcast, Flurio, the paranormal engineer, don't get in with Beardo because he's fucking evil. And I'm like, I've been sat on the sofa like this. The fuck are you all on about? Your studio looks like the inside of the Doctor Who's box. I'll take it. I like it. So yeah, that was a bit of fun. And then I see a live stream where a lovely lady and some dickhead from NESPA, you know who they are, the New England Paranormal Research Society, or New England Society for Paranormal Research, and Bad to the Bone Paranormal, are doing a podcast with a pair of them say, if I go to the States, they're going to fuck me up or something. Come to the States, fuck around and find out, because we in the Excuse me. The fuck are you pair gonna do? Oh my god. And I'm like, I've done nothing for once. I haven't even wound anyone up. I haven't fired back at anyone. All because apparently this all stems from me making a joke about the doll in June. We got Beardo, it's the curse, you're sick again because of the emo boy curse. That's what it is. I think old emo here has actually hexed me. Maybe I should unblock him so we can remove the hex, you know? All the pros of YouTube comes out, people desperate to jump on stuff without even thinking. Ferret, I put a Facebook post out today that somebody is going to get fucking sued. Because you've got people reporting on all the Conjuring stuff, and I put a video out about it. Basically, I'm like, when these people are saying I can only say this amount because of legal implications, and other people are filling in the fucking blanks like it's fact, those people are going to find themselves in court. Now, I have had numerous people message me about a creator, and they are like, would it be fair to use the copyright system for this? And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. You cannot silence people with a copyright system. But what you can do is slander, libel, and things like that. Because if they're saying things that are ultimately untrue, then absolutely you can do a video takedown request. But you've got to have all your ducks in a row and evidence. It's always Beardo's fault. Absolutely, Debs. The hashtag Beardo's fault movement started this time last year and is back with a vengeance. Mike James, thank you for the 24 months, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Threatening a recorded video. And this is the thing, right? What she and he did by threatening me with physical violence, because I don't live in the estate and I don't live in the country and I would be visiting the country, becomes a federal law. And I have been hovering over reporting it. But I don't want anyone to think I'm scared of them, because I'm fucking not. But at the same point, I've reached the point now where anytime I'm threatened, I'm just going to go to the law. Just go to the law and be like, fuck it, you deal with them. I want her on record. Because if I do have to defend myself, it's recorded why. Haunted Fanny Flaps, thank you for the £2. Have you never thought of countersuing for slander against your channel? I considered it with one guy when he was doxing me and stuff. And at the moment, I'm seriously considering taking that cheeky bitch from that French hotel to court because she copyright struck me. YouTube reversed the strike before I argued it because I used between 8 and 12 seconds of her footage, but I took 30-something minutes breaking it down, frame by frame, analysing camera angles, and you remember the one where the floor separated and the cupboard moved and shit. It took me hours and hours and hours to break down a few seconds of footage, and she copyright struck me for using her entire video. And she's refusing to release it. And I'm like, well, you've only got a couple of days, so unless you take me to court, that video's going back live. And if she does take me to court, I'm fucking going for it. I'm absolutely going for it because she's cost me loss in revenue. Because that video was doing well. Didn't realise I had my sub this long. It's been tons of laughs and adventures. Cynthia, Bossy Boasts, thank you for the $5. Tap the thumbs up, people. 200 viewers slacking. Get on with it. Hit the thumbs up. If you can't beat them, join them. I mean, I won't issue unfair copyright strikes or unfair video takedowns. I'm not about that. But I think it's time where more and more of us are getting threatened that legal proceedings are going to have to happen. If anything, just to fucking put a stop to it. Because at the end of the day, when she takes me to court, her evidence is, look, this ghost moved the chain. He stole all of my video. Wait, he's only used 8 to 12 seconds. And it's heavily debunked and talked over and overlaid and frame by frame examinated. And, right. And then my counter-argument will be, she is using a fake ghost to sell her business. I've ultimately proved that that is fake. Ultimately proved that that is faked. And she is using that as part of her business model to bring in new clients. That has got to be against some form of law, civil or something, some way. And if I got to dress up like Judge fucking Dredd, I'm going to start fighting people. Exactly, Ferret. The be-all and end-all is, how do you plead? Not guilty. It's not one of those courts, but science says ghosts don't exist. She's saying it does because of manipulated footage. False promotion? Absolutely. People are going to go there expecting to be able to get a paranormal claim. Because a lot of the other places tell you stories, but don't falsify the stuff themselves. And when they do, when they get caught out, Joe Fatale's still going through it all. I don't think people realise they're cutting off their noses despite their face. Sure, they could just make an entertaining video, put for entertainment on it, but to strike me for the entire thing, the work that I put into it, was an absolute joke. Jason has also called out Bad to the Bone. Yeah, and he would have grounds to sue the shit out of her. Because what she's doing is not only malicious in nature, but it's very targeted now, and it's almost becoming like online bullying, where she'll do a video or two, 20 people will watch it, so it's like, go at Jason Hawes. That's done well. Let's go with Cody and Satori. Cody and Satori haven't been relevant for 2 years. Why keep going at them? I'm defending Jacqueline Nunes. People making jokes with Jacqueline Nunes are disgusting, yet she was one of the worst for it. Remember the time I called her the angry Cajun with tits? I stand by that. She's as vile as him. And what she is doing is attempting to bully Jason Hawes. But that man's got the clout to take that woman to court and wipe her off the face of the internet. And people need to do it. She has been so vulgar and nasty. And then it's like, this is the... He's asked her to stop, right? The epitome of bullying, or the definition of bullying, is you do something to someone, they don't like it, they ask you to stop, and then you continue doing it anyway, knowing it's hurting them. He's asked her to stop, and she keeps doing it. And she does it all the time. I have had people reach out to me and be like, don't make those jokes again, and I stop, because I'm not a bully. Latest Kimberly Shepherd. These people are going to end up in court. I'm going to speak to Jason. I spoke to him this week. I'm going to speak to him when obviously I've got my voice and a bit of energy about me back, and I'm going to see if he wants to come and jump on a live and he can just air his grievances on here, you know? Because his channel, he's much calmer and professional, whereas on you, he can see what he wants, because, you know, I'm a dickhead. Go on, World Rights, you do the full Monty. Well, the only one, the Stranger Things, is a pile of dog shit. Oof. I completely disagree. I loved it. Any news on the Conjuring House? Not as far as I know. Don't look for YouTube for your news. Obviously, the only people that know what's going on there are Jacqueline Nunez, who's gone radio silent, her sister that came from nowhere, Jason Halls and Elton Casties. And none of them are saying anything other than, you know, legally all I'm allowed to say is this. And anyone filling in the blanks is just opening up the floodgates to get sued. Hello, Mama Geek. How are you? Pizza came in the moment to join the stream. Oh, what pizza you got? Entity 7 Joe Vitale, how you doing? See, now, while we're on about that, Joe Vitale's had the same thing. Joe Vitale looked into a building's historical claims, proved that some things were not quite as claimed, and these people are like, yeah, we're suing you. You can't sue somebody for the truth. You can't sell your business as a haunted location because so-and-so unalived themselves in this specific room on this specific date and it never fucking happened. Stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. People trying to sue people over the truth and silencing people over the truth. It's just... It's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Dandalf, good evening. I've just got done watching your UFO video. Very good. The Jacqueline was being taken advantage out of financially, though. Jacqueline was also taking advantage of her staff. Don't forget, she didn't pay any of her staff and then told them the ghosts had told her to fire them and things. I don't think anybody is whiter than white in that situation. But I can't guess, and I'm not going to guess, and I don't ask Jason's input on it, because fuck all to do with me. I don't care. Generally, I hope this side of the community gets the house, so it's not an overpriced shit show. But, I mean, he didn't strong-arm anyone, because the word out there right now is that, what's his name, Exploring with Josh was basically made to go and strong-arm her. I don't know how true that is. That's all alleged. That's just what's doing the rounds. But the people telling those stories, if they don't know and if they're not there, they're the ones likely to get fucking sued. Well, Annalise, hello. Jenny J, hello. Slick, hello. I think I just saw the paranormal engineer. We're talking about you just now. All good. Don't listen to them lot. Paranormal Empire, thank you for the 199. Jason's an amazing person. I've had the pleasure to get to know him. He's a very true, genuine, good human being. Listen, I know a lot of people got a lot of opinions on Jason Hawes, and you're entitled to have those opinions, but he is my friend. All over Christmas, when I was ill, he's messaging me. He hasn't asked me to step into any of his bullshit or be his mouthpiece or anything like that. How are you? How's the family and stuff? Exploring with Josh strong-arming someone, isn't he 14? He's in his 30s, I think. Dragon Mama, thank you for the £5. Happy New Year to you and your family. Hope 2026 better year for you. Keep up the great work. Rawr! So, we haven't pressed the fucking button yet, have we? Where's my rawr? Gone. There. Rawr! Rawr! But with all of this, the fortunate thing this time is all of those people that were trying to play me and the side-eye guy off against each other a few months ago, I've now tried it with Flurio, Truth of Demons podcast, The Shape, me, and the Paranormal Engineer. And all of them have realised exactly what's going on and recognised the names. So this time, it's done 0 damage, other than them getting chewed out by people like, what the fuck you on about? You know, lots of people present things as facts and manipulating narratives in favour of the other party. Yeah. Exactly that. Wankers, please, Beardo.
Wankers!
Like it's the 499 Paranormal Empire. Yeah, and when all this is your typical paranormal stuff. This is going to court. This is all wrapped up in legal tape, and people are Lulu and Stevie have been going through more shit from the other side. Yeah, and they seem to be teaming up as well. The Nespa audios, or the Nespa orbiters that came at me in the summer. I didn't say much about it on this channel. I sort of battled them on Facebook. They and Bad to the Bone have teamed up, and they're trying to get other people in. Yeah, Epic's in. The drama kicked off in the time that I have been away. I've done nothing. Nothing. What are my thoughts on Bayou's garage? I mean, clearly it's fake, right? Clearly it's fake. Now, has he, after his near-death experience, thought, fuck it, if that's true, and he's just throwing his balls at the wall, see what sticks? Probably all of them. Or is it going to turn out to be a social experiment where he's trying to catch out the bunkers? Because there were a few red flags to me. Hey, Mike Rogers. There were a few red flags to me that he is trying to trick the bunkers. For example, those sounds were clearly overlaid. Yet when the door was closed, he passed by that window and stepped in to the window, yet he wasn't caught in the window on the outside camera, meaning it was different footage. But there was no reason for it to be different footage, because those bangs were not really there. And I've got this feeling that it's some sort of social experiment. He's going to be like, the bunkers have got this wrong. Look how dumb they are. Can you get in a vet? Yeah. Fucking hell. I can't see for looking. What's it called, chat? It's not called a vet. Copy me.
Yes, we all know Mary likes it. Copy me. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, Carl. What was that?
Dandolph, you're probably right. It's him realising his videos were working. Fuck it, time to start faking. He started faking anyway, didn't he? Look, anyone that uses apps is fake. Fucking Joe Vitale brings up a video of him a year ago using apps and faking a shadow figure. Stuff from his paranormal comes from nasty people supporting the other party while we try to present the truth. Paranormal Empire, it's getting really, really nasty. And I can see some things being placed out there just to start more nastiness. And usually I'm the one that bites and I fire off. And this time, it's because I haven't been online. I'm discussing the stuff she's been doing in regards to Halls and then the threats against me and stuff. Never cover bio stuff, simply the same reason I wouldn't cover Smug Puppy or Yasko. There's low hanging fruit, and then there's them. I wouldn't cover Yasko because he's honest about his content. He's changed his content description, and there's a written thing at the beginning of his videos to say that it's fictionalized. So I've got no need to look at it. I actually watch Yasko now and laugh because he's honest about it. Who's the other one? Omar. Omar's videos have gone absolutely insane. But he's changed his video description, and it says he's making horror videos. He's trying to make scary videos. It doesn't say it's fake, but it's worded better to say it's kind of a work of fiction. So I've got no desire to watch Omar, and now he's being more honest about it. Now he's gone down the ridiculous route. I found myself enjoying Omar's bullshit because you can tell he's taking the piss with AI stuff. I can have fun with that then.
Rawr. Rawr.
Oh, Flurio, are you on about the woman that used to work for Taps? where she played a 6-year-old clip, but has completely negated to bring up that she did another thing after to say she was suffering with a mental health. And it was aimed at the producers, not the team so much. Well, you got me, Miz, to in the battlefield with your beard. I appreciate that, Paranormal Empire. Get a thick skin for it. Mate, now come on. Go look at the Ask Your comments. On the comment section, reads the description. 90% of praying he's okay after scary moments in the forest. Do you reckon they're in on it? Do you reckon they're in on that? Who the hell? Yeah, but doesn't Yasko... You might not have, but Yasko started putting text on the beginning of his videos to say that it was horror movies, works of fiction. I understand, but I get you. I do get you. For entertainment purposes, doesn't quite cut it. But yeah, you're right. Nobody reads the description. But I kind of said from early on that if they put it in the description, then I don't need to go at them the way I used to. Brian, isn't Brian the guy that they fired for being an absolute dickhead on investigations? Like, that clip's like 20 years old that was played. My understanding is that Donna quit because she had Crohn's. And Crohn's is some serious shit. Funny you should say that. Hey, Horror, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. Both Don and Brian proving not to be trusted in things. Absolutely. Absolutely. No one reads the description. I've proven it. See, maybe I've blind-eyed that on accident because I read descriptions before I look at a video. Maybe I need to be more harsh. Like, fuck it if it says it's fake in the description. I don't care. But for a time, when I watched a couple of Yasko videos, he had her in bold text on the beginning. Joey disclaimers at the beginning. Oh, this video will contain paranormal content. You may be possessed by the internet and all that shit like Colin does. He did the opposite and was like, this is a work of fiction. Don't watch Yasko for a curiosity. Just check his latest video. No disclaimer. Ah. Because Yasko was an oddity because he came out and said he was all fake. Put the disclaimer at the beginning of his videos, and his videos did so much better for it. And he went more over the top with it. Maybe that's just gone by the wayside now. But if you do a video on Yasko, you're guaranteed to claim some of his fans defending him, claiming it's legit. Oh, that'll happen anyway. I mean, Tim Morozov is very blatant with what he's doing. He's a fantastic content creator. But he's honest about it. He's honest that it's absolute bullshit, but very well made bullshit. And people still defend him. You can't avoid it. I like to hibernate all winter. You and me both this year. Jesus. I'm one of those people that reads a little block of official text in mags. There's some good stuff in there. I mean, I'm the type of guy that reads the back of shampoo bottles when I'm in the shower. I don't know why. I suppose there's a nuance between are they playing it up in the comments, disclaimer the channel description can't be a shield. True. Do we wish Mr. Groove put a description in his box? Not real life, Mr. Clean. What? Richard Larson, good evening to you. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I just feel like I've got less of a battle with people that have got some form of disclaimer against somebody that is just trying the damnedest to pull the wool, like really haunted. Tim Morozov's blatant as hell in the beginning that it's not real, but yes, people say it's real. I mean, if someone runs through the forest with a shotgun and a crucifix, and I've seen him firing shotguns in buildings and stuff. I think it's got salt rock in them, but yeah. But Tim Morozov's videos are fucking fantastic. Proper good 20 to 40 minutes of Russian horror. I think it's fantastic. Popping Benadryl like skill. I've cough syrup and fucking flu powders and all sorts. Vitamins. I still can't shift it. Went through 15 of your videos for nothing special in your descriptions. I mean, I'm a fucker for not even putting descriptions on some of my videos. I've got a lot better at it. Because apparently of SEO and stuff. But it's like the more effort I put into thumbnails and video descriptions, the less they watched. Remember the days I just used to put up a fucking video, forget the description, spell the title wrong, and get 30k views on it? I done it about 3 years because no one noticed, and I proved my point. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. It's great. I hope I watched the video. I didn't got a better understanding of that situation. You on about your AI? Because, obviously you guys know Happy Droid has made me a few devices. Doesn't claim them to be ghost hunting stuff and whatever. I'm going to do a video on it when I've got a voice. But he basically made me a version of the deadline called the Deadline. But the responses he put in, right, look at this. Monthly rip-off, $8.99. Yearly rip-off, $45.49. Unlock peasant mode now for £0. Monthly premium, which is obviously a copy of those. But you can't purchase it because it says already purchased, you absolute prick. So you turn it on, you press start, and if you tilt it, I've seen better evidence on a Scooby-Doo rerun. That's what the ghost has said there. That's what the ghost has said there. Oh, he's clearly done this to help me just take the piss. Tilt the phone. I'd reveal myself, but you just cry. I think that's fantastic. Obviously, I'm going to do a skit with it. It's not paid for anything. But then he sent me an SLS application. And I was like, you know what I think of SLS? And he was like, it's called Deadline. It's a, almost a clone of the Deadline that's just recently come out. But I don't know if he's released it for comedy for other people, but it's just full of sarcastic answers. He's hilarious. But he's also made an app called SLS Mobile. I don't know if these are out for anyone else yet. So, right, there's your cam link, AI link, and all that sort of stuff. So, obviously, I can't hold my hand 100% steady. So the idea is, you put this SLS app on a tripod, and with no movement, everything goes black. But if something moves in front of it, it auto records. So you've got it in a room, the screen stays black, and you hear something run or scurry, and you're like, ooh, ghost. Well, you check this, because it's recorded it, and you should see the scurry of a mouse or a rat or something run past on the screen. I didn't have a hand in designing it. He was like, how can we make an SLS that actually could be used for debunking and things? And I was like, you've kind of already done it. Now, it does track stick figures, but only off people. I don't know if he's taking it out. But when he did it, I tracked Mrs. Geek with it, and a smiley face appeared. And the smiley face is to tell you it's a real person. I thought it was incredible. Who wanted that? Somebody wanted a tickle.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Anyone else's streams got little pauses? I know. A dude, bro? Yes, you can. I'm gonna work on it to make the text bigger.
Bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
Mike, oh, how you doing? Mike, I can't do the squeaky voice, I'm afraid. Now, that's an app I would download and pay for you. They're free. He does them as a bit of fun. He's on about building free versions of all the other stuff, but a more comedic take on it. But you can actually use that SLS one on a tripod for debunking. Or, you know, you're in an... I don't do abandons anymore, but you're in an abandon and you hear footsteps, but you've left your camera in a room, you check it back and somebody's walked past. As a debunking tool, I think it's absolutely fucking fantastic. And it was initially just meant to be a joke. And it's all free stuff. No permissions have to be given or anything like that. And... a useful tool. taking a break from trying to set my live stream. This mess is complicated. It can be. I've been setting that one up to live stream because I was going to do my gaming streams off that, and it won't run Warzone and a stream at the same time. I might do PNC, depends. If I wake up in a bucket of sweat again, probably not. If my voice is still like this, probably not. We'll see. Yeah, I like that he's looked at these apps, seen the flaws in them, tried to remove them, and when those flaws are removed, then he can leave some comedy in there. I'm like, that's cool as shit. You know, you feel like you should get them big cozy hoodies and merch. I don't think my merch store does them. Props to being effective with it. A lot of people are like, Beardo, you're so good at streaming. I still forget to unmute my microphone. I still press wrong buttons, and I still cock things up. But I've been at this for going on 7 years now, live streaming. So I've got a bit of experience with it, you know. But I like that he's remaking these apps in his own image, but having a bit of fun with it, and it's all free. And when you download his app, you have the option to download the PDF document to see exactly how it works, the magnets and all that stuff. See, he's backwards engineering the paid-for bulk hack apps and making them funny. I'm all up for that. I'm hot. Do you know, about 6 o'clock this morning, I was shaking cold, but sweating. I was like, oh my god. It's Appy Droid Development is the website. He's on the Google Play Store 100%. Oh, Appy Droid Development is the guy that made me the candle that can blow out. He made me a spirit box without the guts in it, so it's just white noise. There's a few other bits he's made me. Like an EMF detector that will only pick up on static EMF. So you can unlock your phone and whatever around it, and it will not go off. But if you rub a balloon on your head and put it near it, it'll go off. And he doesn't say that that is then a ghost. What he then says is that means that there's been a change in the atmosphere with static, and you need to investigate that. Which I think is cool. VW Creative Technology, how are you doing? Talented, clever dude. I mean, he's got himself into a lot of trouble because he developed... I don't know how much of it I can say, actually. He developed some applications and devices for a mainstream TV show. Told them how to use it, and then they worked out how to break it and use it differently. And then when he called them out for it, they were like, oh, well, your device is fucking broken. It doesn't detect ghosts. And he's like, none of them do. And they tried to take him to court over it or some shit. Past couple of days at Randolph Reformatory, we were filming intros for a TV show. I talked to both owners about this claim of demons being in the location. No demons. YouTubers making it up. Shocking. I mean, we had this, what, 2 years ago, Joe? With the hospital? Where the owner was like, stop saying fucking demon. And even Oh My Gosh was like, there's no demons here. The owners are not happy. Stop calling it demons. And the Crayola kids turn up. They're like, dude, bro, demons run. I've been scratched. Wayne, how you doing? I'm an engineer too. I want to make some scanners sometime. We need new... Dandalf has been, as long as I've been watching his channel, Dandalf has been saying, why in the fuck are we still using the same equipment and the same techniques when it's not proving anything? We need people to start, even if they don't work, we need new ideas. We need new equipment to test. And I started going old school and taking slinkies and child's toys to places where there are rumours of child ghosts and leaving static cameras on them. Fuck all has moved, but it's worth a try. But then I've also bought like windometers and stuff so I can measure drafts and things. And I know I should keep it in the video, but nobody wants to see that. It's boring. But obviously, if something moves in a video and I know there's a draft there, then I'll include it in the video, you know? Keep getting static shocks in the house lately. We think it could be the cold weather, the central heating, reducing the humidity. I get off my car all the time. Got to test new sensor combinations, etc. Yeah, I'm almost sure. Hey, Big Max, how you doing? There's got to be technology out there that can be adapted, even if it's not to prove the paranormal, but to help with debunking. For example, there's another company out there. I met him at a paranormal convention, and he gave me his 2 last Seismo devices. And I've seen people using them in locations, and when they go off, they're like, oh, look, ghost walk in there. When he sells them to you, that's not what he tells you they do. What he says is those devices measure vibrations. You've seen them in a couple of my videos. So when that goes, if there's rumours of something walking across stairs or a landing, things of that nature, put a couple of those devices down. And if it goes off, then the knocking that you're hearing or other people are hearing, it's definitely happening. It's just to confirm there is something vibrating the ground there and you're hearing it. It's then up to you to investigate what is causing that vibration. It's a debunking tool as well as a ghost hunting tool. That's how they should all be working. For example, I'd love something that incorporates tracking breathing, heart rate during the SDS method session. Like the 499. I'll be honest, I'm not telling you you can't do SDS methods, but for me, SDS method sessions are a waste of time. You're going on an investigation to look here and gather information of anything potentially paranormal, and you're going to cover your ears and eyes. And obviously there's the false positives, because all it is a spirit box with a blindfold. As boring as it sounds, I would like to see people recording how much sleep they've had before an investigation. I've got a diary. Well, I did have one. It's last year's now. But in my diary, I've got in there how much sleep I've had the night before, what the temperature and the weather is and the wind is for the night. Just things that I can look back at. It's something I picked up from Kenny Biddle and Kev Kerr. Just something I can look back on in my book and be like, all right, that could explain that. Bad chest kicking my... Yeah, same here. I've got this constant, like, rasp in my throat, but my chest is wheezing and whistling. Fucking horrible. I feel constantly like I'm hard. Breathing is just a little... Nothing too bad, just a little bit, like... I've got to work harder to breathe. What about using water and sand as a test for objects moving, like an egg in a bowl of water? Do you think we pushed all the same with sand, or is that stupid? It's not stupid. I built a contraption. I made a frame, and I hung tissue paper off it. Because if you can move the tissue paper, it could either be a draft or a ghost. And Biddle was like, yeah, there's things called windometers, so I bought one. That's the same thing. We did have interesting things happening at the Randolph County Infirmary. We did hear a female saying something. The only female who was with us was Helen. Oh. Is it... See, Joe, I trust you. But there are certain people that you work with where I'm like, nah. Could it be? Could it be somebody who hasn't locked their phone? I know how methodical you are in your approach with locking your phone, silencing it, or turning it off. But... I don't want to be too harsh. You know my thoughts, I've said them before. Kenny Biddle out here saving Beardo and teaching him more than how to use a spirit level. I have learnt so much from debunking wise Kenny Biddle and Dandalf, and editing wise Papal. I have learnt more from those three than anybody. Steve from the Weeds Brothers with editing as well. Mrs. Geek is... No, she's at work. She'll have left 20 minutes ago. Everyone's in the same room when we heard it, and it's always been a claim. Alright, that's different. I look forward to that, Kenny. That's Kenny, fucking hell. Joe. I'm not having a pop at you, Joe. It's just some people's behaviour on the internet last year just soured me against them, and then I see people getting scratched, and they've clearly done it to themselves. and then call people a bully for You know what I mean? I'm trying not. I shouldn't have said that. I'll get you into shit. But that's my thoughts, not Joe's. Very excited for the paranormal teams that are using data loggers. The first comes to mind is the APRF. I think they work well with debunk. APRF are a breath of fresh air. One of the first earliest videos, they were at the place they keep going over and over and over again. And one of the things is a shadow in the window. And the way they went about recreating it to debunk it, or to see if they couldn't debunk it, I got a lot of time for APRF. They do a lot of good. But unfortunately, your generic paranormal viewer is going to watch 10 minutes and turn it off. And I find them entertaining. They're very scientific, but very entertaining. Loving the roommate. Hey, appreciate it. It's taking a bit of work. There's still a lot to do. I've done fuck all this week. Nothing. I haven't even recorded a video for tomorrow yet. I have. Obedi, the biopsies from my endoscopy came back all fine. Now being referred to rapid chest pain clinic. Hopefully they find what's going on. Fingers crossed for you, Mike. I hope they get to the bottom of it. Joe, I knew you would be, mate. I just don't want somebody to have a go at you because they've been clipped and sent something, you know. It's just my opinions. Hey, Liz Gowler. Hope you're well. I'll do a video now where I approach paranormal investigation from a more scientific perspective. What I miss is validation, calibration, repeatability, and a couple more points. I absolutely agree. But we also have to take into account that this is YouTube, and YouTube is an entertainment platform. And while there are people not faking things, they are trying to entertain while making a video. They don't fake, they don't lie, but they are trying, you know, with the B-roll and the really fucking beautiful shots and stuff. I've kind of stopped doing that so much. I'm considering selling my drone, because it's like the more of that approach I take, the more people are just going to be like, oh, look at you copying that channel for one, or is this a debunker, or are you trying to entertain us? And I've always been about both. The reason I debunk YouTube videos is because I'm a YouTube debunker. Dead Bell has been proven as utter nonsense. The Dead Bell is fucking broken. It just doesn't work. And I've had a hands-on experience with them. Dowsing rods aren't for ghost hunting. You can't even find water with dowsing rods. Kenny Biddle again. Kenny Biddle did a massive experiment with dowsing rods and water. Just... It's not been sold. Legal shenanigans. What? What if the new owners get... It hasn't been sold as far as I know. Definitely going to try Jason and JV's sense shift method. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look at that. Film footage is important, especially for debunking. In a much better right. Do you know what? Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I bought that drone a year and a half ago. I've used it 3 times, I think. Drones becoming illegal in a lot of states of privacy. Yeah, again, the law in the UK is changing. I was talking about the Conjuring House. Cool. Yeah, the laws have changed in the UK. I've got to look them up because I do try to stay legal with everything that I do. I agree with the entertainment point. It's also something I want tackled. To me, the devices only make videos more interesting, don't prove anything. I agree. But I don't have as much of an issue if the content creator says, I'm using this, it's not proof of anything, it's just a bit of fun, or it's just, you know, to break the silence, and maybe we get in that I can. I still won't use them. I still think all of the apps are dog shit. Went to the Ram Inn for an open day. The kids upstairs are using aerials as dowsing rods. See, I'm not trying to... There are people in this community, I imagine, that 100% believe that dowsing rods are capable of something. I have never been convinced otherwise. I have seen people using them, and either they don't realise that when the mates are talking to them, they turn their head, they slightly tilt, and it swings them, and they go, oh, look! Same as the Ouija board and all that stuff, idiomotor effect. Some of them are just plain fucking tilting their arms. I love that he said try to stay legal. Yeah, try to. Because the laws on drones, on what you can film and can't film, even driving now, they change so often that if you try to keep up with everything that you did daily, you'd not have time to do the thing. Randolph, I'd like to go there. Basically sensory deprivation. Sitting alone in a room blindfolded, first to see what you hear and sense, then headphones. They got some pretty cool results. Yeah, I'm not a fan of sensory deprivation. Because, I mean, your eyes and ears are not the greatest tools on the planet anyway. But, if you're going to go and do an investigation and you cover your eyes and ears, for me, I don't understand it. The more noise you put into a room, and the less you can see, the worse it is for gathering evidence, right? Peter says that you might have a chest infection. He dies when oxygen level dips so low. By the time I arrive, they remain unconscious. Get it checked. If it gets any worse, I had the flu before and I ended up in hospital because of my chest. If it gets any worse, I'll absolutely get it checked. SS method is nonsense. Thing is, when I've done the SS method, all the times I've done it, I must have had 3 words. One was at Lanramley Hall. I had bullshit in a really strong Scottish accent. I don't know what station that came through of, but yeah. And then the odd 1 or 2 here and there when I've tried it. But for the most part, it's just radio noise. Because if you don't call out what you can clearly recognise as songs, you got fuck all. Dean Bailey, thank you for the £5. If the drone is over 250 grams, you need to pay a licence. Can I have a wankers, please? Yes, you can.
Wankers!
Even my smaller drone has got, there's some changes to the rules. Because you've got to have a number on it now, but you've got to have 2 different numbers. You've got to do a test. I've done the theory test and everything, but I think that's gone annually as well. Which, I mean, I get it. It's for safety and privacy. I get it. Dean, thank you for the 5. I tell the police I try it and they just don't care for the word. Yeah. You can't just go and murder somebody and then be like, I tried to be that. For example, there's always been a bit of contention about driving in flip-flops and work boots. And the thing I looked at today, apparently, if you've got thick-soled work boots on, you can now get a £100 fine. If you're wearing flip-flops and driving, you can now get a £100 fine. That all changed on the 14th of December. Yeah, they didn't release it anyway. There's no, like, dossier or... What the fuck? Any drone over 100 grams. Yeah, that's what I read, Glasgow. Yeah, I think it's because of people using drones at the beach and... you can use a drone at the beach as long as it's not in a crowded area. You have to take a theory test for a drone, yeah. Yes, you do. I mean, I did mine 2 years ago, but I think it's annually now. If you know there are notices and work for it, I'll try and find out more. I appreciate that, Dean. Thank you. If the drone's under 100 grams, you can fly to the beach. Yeah, you can. Or high heels. I don't know. It seems to be they're trying to tell you have to have driving shoes now, like trainers or shoes. Which is stupid, because if I wore the shoes I wore to my wedding, I can't drive in them things. They're slippery as fuck. It really hurts people owning drones or YouTubers who are like, unless you're high enough far, I can get this drone to go, basically breaking the... Yeah, you've got to be able to still see a drone with your own eyes, which doesn't give you much scope if you're at a big... Like, if you're at a castle and you want to do a big sweep around the castle, there's no way you can do it and keep your eyes on it. But you could have a second person as a spotter, which I try to do anyway, because I am awful with the drone. You can drive barefoot in Florida. Can you? Even drives wearing flip-flops. My daughter used to. So we told her, we thought you could get done, but now you actually can. Don't quote me on it. It was like, I can't remember the website I was reading it on. It's something I want to look into. Part 107 states any drone over £5 requires a license. £5? That's a fucking hefty drone. Flyer ID is 5 years. Operator ID needs redoing it. Alright, it's the operator ID that I need to do then. Wonder if that's why the last time I took it out, I didn't realise it'd gone over. And it wouldn't let me fly over a certain height. Like, I couldn't even get over a castle. I have to go hopefully catch the next. Vixen will catch the next stream. It was Tuesday due to family commitments. Real life first. Always real life first. Certain countries, thongs are underway. In the UK. If you got a thong between your toes, you're a bit of a pervert. It's supposed to be up your ass. Problem in the USA is drones are interfering with aircraft, particularly rescue craft. Yeah, my big drone is 4 kilograms. £5 is a cheap drone. Ah, Lee. Lee. Do I have a heart rate and oxygen device? No. Jesus is a sausage. I like sausage. Yeah, I think the way Mrs. Geek says about my sleep, I've got sleep apnea, but before I go and get machines and shit, I'm just gonna lose weight. Cheers, Dean. I'll take a look at that later. Berlin is without power. Thong. Well, folks can't stay, just say Happy New Year. Hey, Jerry, Happy New Year to you as well. Appreciate you stopping by. Linda, thank you for the 14 months. How are you doing? Thank you for the membership. Damn typos. Kind of, I think you were trying to sing that really bad song, right? Thong. So if you have thongs on your feet, you also have sandals up your ass. Potentially. I guess. Who the fuck puts sandals up their bum? The crazy people trying to stop people calling hot dogs because it's offensive to dogs. That can't be real. No way. That can't be real. Then again, the stupidity on the world now. Hey, Happy New Year, Joe Griffin. Good morning, Beardo. 4 AM in Perth, Western Australia. You look well rested. Well rested? I feel like shit. You're too kind. Shazoi Simon Colby recently found your channel. I'm thankful for you pulling the wool from over my eyes. Mister, you're very, very welcome. There are a whole host of people that can help you with that as well. Thong Song is by Cisco. It was shit though, wasn't it? Warm weens. Oh, you probably couldn't do that because you'd offend wieners. I don't know. The whole world has gone fucking absolutely insane. I get it. I get it. At some point, we were allowed to say really nasty, horrible things, and that needed to stop. You know, that had to stop. But fucking hell, everybody's offended by everything now, and it's like, I recently watched, obviously I had to because people were talking about I had been brought up in this stream where I was threatened and shit, and there was this thing like, yeah, Beardo called me a slut. It's like, no, I fucking didn't. And they were like, oh no, it wasn't me. He called Ghost Club Paranormal sluts, and I was like, I 100% didn't do that. I know I didn't. And I know what they're getting at. It was when I said, why has Call Me Chris turned up to an abandoned building looking like a stripper? Because she had high heels on and a little handkerchief top. It was a really fucking bad joke. Really stupid joke. I shouldn't have said it. Yeah, it was probably quite misogynistic, I guess, to say why she turned up dressed as stripper. Where what I should have said was, You ever thought about wearing trainers and a hoodie or something while you're in a building that looks like it's about to fall down around you? But I didn't. I said she come dressed as a stripper. But somebody's turned that into I hate a different channel and called them sluts. And I'm like, you all want to calm the fuck down. You can't fart nor whistle without someone getting offended. True. Jennifer Taylor's ill as well. I've been trying to find the universe's restart button. At some point, it's all going to come to a head because it's gotten fucking stupid out there now. And I'll be honest, I've just said I shouldn't have made that joke about her turning up dressed like a stripper. Who the hell was hurt by that comment? Because if you look at Call Me Chris's and Selena Spooky Boo's humour, they seem the type of people that would go, that was kind of funny. But other people are offended that I may have offended somebody that's probably not offended. It was like it looked like a triangle bandana, just, it was probably the height of summer in Texas or some shit. I don't know. Phantomette. Oh, Phantomette is constantly upset by people. Constantly doesn't like people saying this, saying that, doing that, doing the other. Yet she told somebody to unalive themselves because she didn't agree with their comments. Sorry. Chris would probably laugh. Maybe it's worth asking her. Do you know what, Slick? I'm probably not going to go into a Call Me Chris live stream or comment section and say, do you think it's funny that I said you look like a stripper? She probably would laugh, but, you know, I've got this reputation now. Tori Rule, hello. Being a stripper isn't a profession, nothing offensive about that. See, that was the other one. When I was shaming and being misogynistic to a team. And I was like, I made the same kind of jokes you did. You were investigating a strip club. You made sexual jokes. I made sexual jokes in my debunking. Balance? Can't call me a misogynist while you're making the same... Well, they can, because they were women joking about women, I guess. But still. People take things out of context and that's on them. Yeah, unfortunately, it's been such a fucking horrible year where I couldn't seem to do right for doing wrong, that I found myself trying to please too many people and playing things too safe. And lots of people commented about it. You know, like calling the tit the tit. I'll always defend that. The guy is fucking absolutely scamming people, so I'm comfortable with that. But when these people are going into places being highly respectful to the living and the dead, and I want to throw a fucking joke in there and take the piss a bit, I don't think I should have to hold that back anymore. Grew up watching George Carlin. Me too. I'm old school in these comments. Just what? Yeah, the thing is, right, I think my problem is that I say things that if they were said to me, I would barely laugh at it. I would find it absolutely hysterical. Ego Squad, how are you doing? Be another James' favourite books we post. Are you legend? Legend. I mean, you guys do it weekly, twice a week. Absolutely take the piss out of me, and I laugh at it. You know, there's the odd person that'll come in and just try to be nasty if they're being nasty. Them people. George Carlin was king. It's not so much trolls. I think that we've created a generation of people that are offended by everything because they want the people want to be offended, so people will feel sorry for them. Supreme Debunker, I'm glad you've just turned up my chat. You are now getting banned from my chat. I've seen the shit you've been posting everywhere. Do not tell people that me and you are friends. We are not. Do not go into other content creators' comment sections and lie about me. And do not tell people we work together and we are close, because we are not. You went into Flurio's comment section the other day and outright fucking lied about me and told her that I would hold her accountable. I agreed with her 100%. So, you and your little circle of idiots, you're all banned. You can join in with Jimbo and the emo and all of them lot. You can get the fuck out of here. I'm glad you've come in. I've been waiting to do that. No, I will not forgive you, Supreme Debunker, because you've said numerous occasions, I'm going to debunk your content. I'm going to debunk your content. And you've never, ever done it. You've never followed through on it, but now you were lying between me and my friend circle and my peers on this platform. Get the fuck out of here. And he's gone. Thank you, Jolene. That was one of those people. Bouncing around communities, shit stirring things up, and then like, oh, Beardo the legend. Fuck off. Hope I don't pick on you too much, Beardo. No, if you... Listen, if anyone ever said anything in the stream that I took too far, I'd say, look, can we just lay off that? Now, remember a year or so ago when I was dieting and the fat jokes were still going on, I was like, can we lay off on them, please? Because I'm trying to lose weight. I've lost weight, and I'm feeling like I'm getting fucking bigger just from comments. And everyone stopped. Never heard of him. He was in Furio's comment section being a more lying for the sake of lying. Really close with Beardo. Work well together and he will not be happy with you. No words in my mouth. Go Sweener, thank you for the 26 months. Of course you can get a Negan. Hot diggity dog. I'm so used to my Stream Deck. I keep looking for where the old buttons were, even though there's triple the amount. Where is it? Matthew Green, thank you for the membership. I'm really sorry. I can't see there.
Hot diggity dog, hot diggity. This kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity dog, hot diggity. This kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Joe, I haven't been out with Ghosts on Trent for a while. Me, the Ouija Brothers, Ghosts on Trent, were looking at organising something together. I still watch all the content. I still speak to Paul and Steve and Griff and Mark. But I actively stepped back from the channels as like a moderator and somebody that was always in the chat defending them and stuff, because I was making things harder for them. And that's not what I intended. So it's not we've fallen out or anything. It's I've taken a step back so they stopped getting associated with me and getting shit for it. They never asked me to, and Steve was like, you can still be a mod, you can still be around. And I was like, nah, it's just easier for you if I don't. Mike, oh! I can't do it, Mike. Punky Pixie, thank you for the 10 months. Joined at the same time, scared me for a second. Piss off, Ghost. Granny Dumpling.
Piss off, Ghost!
I've no idea what I say on a daily basis. Do you know what? Some of the things that I say in real life would probably get me fucking banned off the internet. Well, not banned. I don't say anything, really untoward. You love Ghosts on Trent, they're not fakers. I've worked with Ghosts on Trent a number of times, and they debunk more than they'll... Very rare will Paul say that's paranormal. Mark's more easy to say it's paranormal, but that's why they work well together. One believes more than the other, and then they meet in the middle and discuss. Look, she's doing a charity talk event for Paranormal Penny Pinchers. We're hoping to go along and meet you there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think I'm leading a team as well. When they split off into teams later in the night, I think I'm leading one. For people that want to see how debunkers investigate. See, Jason Hall's posted something similar. Looks like he offended and got a strike. I bet it was a copyright strike as well, which has got nothing to do with being offended by something. Chris Williams, hello, how are you doing? If you're going to go out into the world and put things on the internet for everyone to see, you've got to expect criticism. You can argue with that criticism, but don't fucking silence it. I'd love to work with Paul. Do you know what? Not only are they great at what they do, I mean, Paul with his editing, he's getting up there with Steve from the Ouija Brothers, but they're just really, really nice guys. I'll be doing sharp and cleaning, and I may have dug myself a hole and have to re-silicone my shower. Ooh. Of course you can have an hour.
Rawr. Rawr.
That's the safest way to do it, Max. I mean, people can say, by all means, people can say, I believe that's paranormal. They can. But if it's in video and it's released to the general public, people that say that then have to accept that people are going to question it. I thought I captured something paranormal before. I put the video out. And then asked Dandalf about it after I put the video out. I should have asked him before. Dandalf debunked it within seconds. So I did a follow-up. I'd like to see Ghost Squad. I mean, obviously I enjoy the Ghost Squad. I'm still wearing the Ghost Squad hat. It's starting to fade when I've watched it so many times. Instead of silencing proof. Absolutely. Absolutely. If a debunker says that's fake, show them the raw footage. If a debunker says that's not fake, but I think it's that, show them the raw footage. Send them the raw audio files. You know? But they don't do that because they know it'll catch them out. I mean, famously, somebody was called out not so long ago and they went, aha, here's the raw footage. See? We are not fake. And it's like, that's the only time we've ever done it, though. So does that mean that that was the one time somebody called you for something and it wasn't fake, but the rest were? You can't see that, but that's my thought. A little cold. I've got more than a little cold. I feel like fucking death.
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
John Torrance, how are you doing? I believe my dog came to see me in a dream the other night. I don't know for certain, but since I'd given it more time with her, it takes seeing him. I'll never take things like that from people, ever. If I've said it numerous times, I'll say it again in case you are new around here. If you have had an experience in your life where you think it's a family member or a friend, and that makes you feel better and warm and fuzzy, then it's real. Have it. A signed Beardo hat has its own special place on my shelf. You have to take a photo of it and send it in. Alexis, I think we have tea all night. The warm is beautiful. My throat is horrible. It's not sore now. It was sore for 3 days. But, like, it's hard to swallow and stuff. Like, my glands are up. Is Beardo blurry for anyone else? I hope not. I might be. Who knows? Rhythm and Blues, hello. Salamat Lily. Hope you're feeling better soon. Me too. I had enough of being ill. Okay, I've spent most of December ill. And I reckon it's because I don't go out as much anymore. So when I do, somebody will cough and then I'll just get ill. Maybe that's what it is. Carl69, good evening to you. Good evening, Rhodey. Happy, healthy 2026. Let's hope so, right? Let's hope so. Get a pint of Bovril down you. I like Bovril. Can you get an Egan? Of course you can. Right, I just pressed it. Where's it fucking gone?
hot diggity dog, hot diggity this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity dog, hot diggity this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Yeah, Wayne, Jolene, and when Annalise are in, they're in and out. They've got so much going on in their real lives. Hauntorium. How are you doing? Vicky Ming, thank you for the 50 Australian. Being sick, not a good start of the year. Get well soon. Let's hope so, right? Like a bit of the last 5 weeks, just don't want to turn into bronchitis. You need whiskey? I've knocked the booze on the head, though, haven't I? You all notice I'm not drinking beer or whiskey or anything. I've got coffee with honey in it. Pop with the low craft beer, though, will take you to the beach. Not in this weather. A bit whited out, but my monitor can't be asked to mess with it. That'll be my camera. I've got my Sony 4K up there. And I've just got a cable. I've got a box and a cable, so I'll be able to stream in 4K. These 2-hour streams, it should be fine, but the gaming streams, it won't be. This time next month, I'm going to be in my new place, but motivation has run out in packing. 2-room. I hate packing. I hate moving, and I hate unpacking. Video's good for me. Click on the settings icon. You may be auto on 720p. Bump it up to 1080p. I've been pub had a beer since Boxing Day, feeling better already. New Year's Eve I got shit faced. I did get shit faced New Year's Eve. But all over Christmas I didn't really get drunk that much. Very refreshing. Yeah, like, I should have started the walking and everything now, but I've just been so fucking ill that I haven't started it. Mama Geek has been ill as well, with, like, fucking gout and all sorts. Mama Geek was going to do the walking with me. Vicky Ming, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Thank you very, very much. Unpacking is the worst. This studio, packing up the studio, cleaning everything and repacking it all, it's been a ball ache, and I wanted to get it done, and I got ill, and I've still got boxes everywhere, but I'm nearly there. My Star Wars cabinet is nearly done. I've gone through all my comic books on that cabinet. I've got to go through all them that you can see there. All of those boxes are going up in the attic. Love Witch Brothers and Ghost on Trent investigations. They work well together, fair play. With other team members, cosplays as Negan as one contact. That's awesome. I met UK Negan a few times. He was cool. I also got shit-faced New Year's Eve after being really, really good. I'm so over it. Looking forward to sticking to sobriety from alcohol. I did it last year. I went months without drinking. And I'm not saying I'm never drinking again. I'm just... Obviously, I lost a lot of weight. And I think, not only did I put it all back on, but I think I've put more on. Because I was like, I'll have a little treat here and there. Oh, I haven't gained any weight, so I can have a little more of a treat. And then a little more. And then I ended up eating like an absolute animal. But with this flu, hungry. All I've been doing is starving, and I'm looking at all the Christmas stuff like, oh, there's still nice food left. But I've refrained. I have refrained. Sorry I'm late. Happy New Year. Hey, Kaylee, welcome in. Happy New Year. Star Wars 50th anniversary and New Hope in 2020. Holy shit. 50 years, eh? I mean, my Millennium Falcon in 2029 will be 50 years old. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I've still got to get in the garage, find the rest of my Star Wars stuff to pad that cabinet out. And then at some point, the Funko Pop wall is coming down. And I'm replacing... There'll still be a portion of Funko Pops, but I'll only be keeping, like, my Walking Dead ones, Mrs. Geek's Gremlins and Goonies ones, my Die Hard ones, and the gifts from you guys. Ghostbusters will stay. Batman will stay. Well, like with Street Fighter 2 pop, we'll go Marilyn Manson. I think we'll have to keep Lemmy as well. Hellboy, Sons of Anarchy, you'll have to... Fuck me. I'm never going to get them sorted, am I? Just need another room. Punchable Nun, you cannot get ill through the chat. It's not the paranormal files where demons can travel the internet. Laura Lee, thank you for the £10. You know, sorry, Mr. B, get better soon. Look after yourself. You're doing too much. Run down. It's good. I've done nothing. I've done nothing. Do I watch Star Wars content on YouTube? Not so much. No. I've been watching a lot of Corridor Crew. There was another channel that CRL got me watching. That's more to do with movie VFX and recreating and stuff. I'm getting more into the effects side of things on YouTube. Heathens are here. Get them, Rhodey. So I'm taking my day. I was down New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. I don't have Jon Snow, do I? No, I've got Theon and Gendry. They'll be going. I've only got a couple of Game of Thrones pops. They'll be going. The James Bond ones will probably be going. Most of my DC comic book ones will be going that are not Batman. I've got fucking Daubs. Don't know if you guys ever saw Daubs. I've got them all across the top of my cabinet. Like, I got Pennywise, the Predator, Fallout. Got 2 Fallout ones. A couple of Thor, a couple of Stranger Things. I don't like them. So they'll be going. Oh, the Chucky one I got up there I'm keeping though. So sad Stranger Things ended. What do I watch now? You know what I rewatched while I was ill? British TV show called Luther. Fucking brilliant. Yeah, I don't know about Stranger Things spin-offs, because the Upside Down is gone. Pack for holiday next year. I've not told the kids, and I'm dying to tell them. But it'll be hell for 18 months if I do. Fair. Gina's Corvette, how you doing? VFX, that sort of thing, fascinating. Computer wizardry, absolutely. Cheryl, she recommends a lot of channels, and I quite often, like, oh, I'm going to check them, and then I don't. And then when I do, I end up going down rabbit holes in those channels. I still haven't seen the new Predator movie, but I did rewatch Luther. I thought it was fantastic. Luther is amazing telly. Amazing telly, yes. The movie, I never twigged the first time, but you know the series ends quite definitively, and then the movie starts, and it's like, hang on, why have they given a reason for him going into prison in the movie when the end of the series showed why he went? They like rebooted the end of it for some reason, and it was wholly needless because he was already in prison. Willis Beach with Ghost and Trent. Who else would you recommend? Thank you. Entity 7. The Ghost Quad. 3 Spires. Real Evidence. Staffordshire Paranormal. Paranormal Quest. Adelaide Haunted Horizons. Just a few off the top of it. If you still mothballed your Quest 3, yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying it. Nosferatu and Netflix. I'm sure I tried watching that. Being Human. We watched that when it first came out. Begonia. What's that? Megan, the fact you've put it in there makes me wonder. Is it rude? Currently watching Yellowstone. Isn't that like a Western thing? The worst thing they did with Luther was get rid of... I can't remember her name. The crazy bitch. She was brilliant in that show. And anytime she wasn't in a series, or only played a bit part, just like, Yeah, that list does need updating, Jolene. I like Idris Elba as well, though. I think he's a fantastic actor. I mean, the first thing I ever saw Idris Elba in was The Wire. And then I was shocked to find out he was actually a British lad. Still to be Stranger Things has been awesome and awesome yet. I thoroughly enjoyed Stranger Things. I don't understand the hate it's getting. Same as Welcome to Derry. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone, but I've seen a lot of hate for that as well. I'm like, calm the fuck down. I think Welcome to Derry was one of the best things on TV in the last 5 years. I want to start doing a Friday Night Live, but I wouldn't know what to talk about. Big Max, just go live, man. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Sometimes I've got a bit of an idea. Things like Alice, thank you, fantastic. Obviously, I watch a lot of other people's content. I'll discuss that. Like, I'll discuss the Paranormal Monkey podcast, or I'll discuss recent dramas that I've been dragged into, even though I haven't even been on fucking line. Excuse me. 9 times out of 10, whatever you plan for a stream, you will just segue off without even realizing it. Because there's 2 ways you can live stream. You can live stream and have people just watch what you're saying in regards to points you want to make, stories you want to tell. Or what I do is I kind of do that, but I feed off chat. If the chat starts dying, which anytime we talk about wrestling, chat starts dying, I'll talk about it for a little bit because there are a portion of the community that like it, and then I'll segue off into something else. What I do is, say your first live stream, go live for an hour and just put 4 bullet points, 4 topics that you can discuss. So, you know, investigating, equipment, something you watch on TV. Try not to stick solely to the paranormal, because you'll find a lot of people, because they watch paranormal all day, every day, when they come into a stream, they just want to know who you are. They want to know what you're up to. I'd also recommend, I don't do it with these streams because they're busy enough, but doing the vertical content if you can as well. Do it at the same time. Ed Gein's Monsters, I hated it. I love Charlie Hunnam. I think he did a fantastic acting job, but I hated that show. Mostly because I knew quite a bit about Gein and the liberties they took. I still haven't checked out Afterlife 2005, I'm afraid, Mike. Landman. What the hell is Landman? I've never heard of Landman. Billy Bob Thornton. I like Billy Bob Thornton. Poor guy still sounds sick. I am. I am sick. Life on Mars. I loved Life on Mars. And what was the other one? They did a follow-up to it as well, didn't they? I enjoyed that as well. Gonna have to go and need a bath. You can probably smell me from there, Beardo. Nah, you're fine. Lee MC, thank you for the £5. If you don't like wrestling, I got 2 words for you. Now, what I'm saying is, obviously, the chat when you're live streaming is quite eclectic. And it's good to talk about things that people disagree with, because it starts a conversation. Pastor Pervert, I haven't seen him tonight, have I? Do you think you'll ever do more WiFi files? Yeah, I was just a bit worried that I was just going to burn through it and lose the love of it. And in December, I just wanted to have Christmas fun. So Tuesday's stream will probably be a WiFi files episode. These cups are really difficult to drink out of. I just burnt my lip. Will you be doing any more horror gaming? At some point on the second channel, yes. As soon as I'm back into a groove, I'm planning on doing more live streams, not less. But instead of doing 12 till 4 every other day like I was doing, just be like, I fancy doing one on whatever night. Because I'm always worried about streaming the same time as other people. But if I'm streaming my gaming when they're doing chatting, I'm going to have a very different audience. So I'll try not to run over too many people, but I'm just going to go live whenever I want to be honest. Landman is another Taylor Sheridan show. Billy Bob, please. Fix a guy from Oil Company. Ah. You like Tulsa King? Ashes to Ashes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for replying my email, Beardo. I think you're dead right about moving Mugger tea. Yeah, I think it's just a cold surface and a hot cup, and that's why it slid. thought about reacting to Mr. Balland, Richard. Do you know what, what's another one, Sarah? I'll ask you to look at. Should we do Mr. Balland? Yeah. Maybe we'll do Mr. Balland on Tuesday. You just have to remind me when I go live what we're doing. I didn't like Breaking Bad. I really didn't enjoy it. AW Sean Bailio, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Don't arrest him, definitely make an exception for the pastor pervert. He makes it his own thing anyway, though, doesn't he? I'm glad Julianne has sung Jolene for me there, because I can't. Mr. Balland is brilliant. Should we do that Tuesday? Love Balland. There's a lot of people like Balland. Love watching Mr. Balland. Cheryl's voice, yes, sir. Actually, Jolene, could you stick that in Discord Tuesday? We're going to do Mr. Balland. Guys, if you're in the Discord, there's bound to be a page of things for me to watch. If you've got access to that page, if there's a specific episode you think I'd love, let me know. Be able to just write it down. I'll write it down and then lose it. Because my desk right now is covered in the last 6 months' fuel receipts. And I've just fucking dropped them everywhere. They were in order. Bollocks. Balland is the epitome of overdoing too much information. Breaking Bad is the best show of all time. I couldn't stand it. But I loved Sons of Anarchy. Personal taste and all that. Into the Fog. I've spoken with Peter Laws a few times. A very, very nice man. I like watching his stuff. I remember when he first started. I think I was in his first 100 subscribers. And then I looked a few weeks later. I was like, oh, he's got a couple more videos out. I'll have a look. I was like, holy shit. He grew so fast. And if you're a fan of what Peter Laws does, check out Don't Scare Claire as well. She's very good. Loved Mobland. You need post-it notes. You've never seen Sons of Anarchy? I loved Sons of Anarchy. My favourite TV show of all time. When somebody said earlier, do you watch YouTube videos about Star Wars? And I don't. I watch YouTube videos about Sons of Anarchy. I'll watch the actors reacting to episodes and stuff, because the character, the guy that plays Juice and Tig do reactions to episodes, and hearing the behind the scenes stuff. For example, Ron Perlman, who played Clay, the president of the club, couldn't ride the bike, always falling off it. Go to Mr. Balland, do his earlier stuff. Right. Better Call Saul is good. I never watched it because I didn't like the other one. I think my issue with Breaking Bad was not one of those characters had any redeeming features. Catherine, on Discord, there's bound to be a page that says suggestions or something. Peaky Blinders I loved. There's a new Stargate series coming out, I believe, Wayne. Into the Fog is excellent. Yeah, listen, as much as I debunk and stuff, there's nothing better than a fucking good ghost story. Perlman was Vincent, the original Beauty and the Beast. Yep, he was Hellboy. I think he played the Hunchback in something as well. I love Don't Scare Claire's work, so I'm at the channel after you recommended it, Beardo. Thanks for that. I've never had anyone go over to Don't Scare Claire and then tell me they didn't enjoy it. Her. The content. I remember in the 80s people claiming they were in Star Wars as a Stormtrooper. It still happens now. You go to a Comic Con. I was Stormtrooper number 264. Were you? Were you? Grimm was fucking... The first series was good, and then it got really stupid. There's a Peaky Blinders movie coming out. Is there? Pretty brilliant Hellboy. The best Hellboy was Guillermo del Toro and... How can I forget his name? Ron Perlman. Hellboy Crooked Man was shite, and the one with David Harbour wasn't very good either. House, I enjoyed House. I think there's a new Uncanny this year, Solving Cold Cases. Nice. There's also a new show called Is It Haunted or something like that, run by one of the UK's leading probably not Danny. Just saying. It's like a 90s sci-fi called 7 Days, no time travel. Never heard of that. Fantastic. Good night. Another Vampire Diaries, a spin-off rabbit hole. Never watched it. Doug Jones as Abe Sabian was great. The theatre 6th of March, Netflix, March 20th. Alright. Didn't know that. Sarah, when you on again? If I know Sarah's schedule, she will be on tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, Tuesday afternoon. Problem with me, I don't watch much TV. It's normally just sports and YouTube. Let's go for YouTube stuff then. The Pit, never heard of it. Person of Interest, that was good. Is that the one where they found her in a suitcase with tattoos? Last Hellboy had Big Mo. The last Hellboy was shit. Geography with Beardo, not today. Heated House, medically was completely rock. No way. No way. Good evening, Sir Kenny of the Biddleshire. We were singing your praises earlier on, my friend. Band tells ghosts and paranormal stories. I like ghost stories. I love ghost stories. Doesn't matter if I'm a debunker or not. I love a good ghost story. And there's I've got the instructions for the new monitor on the back. There's a book over there, another book somebody sent me of ghosts in Wales. I didn't realise Wales had so many authors that wrote ghost books. Love the stories. Some of them pop up in numerous books, but then I started turning into Kenny. And I've started putting post-it notes in the books and comparing how the book tells the story to see if there's differences and stuff. Kenny's ruined reading for me. I want to apologise on behalf of my son Craig. He will not say mean things. Psychic Rose, I appreciate you coming back and trying to smooth things over. So I'm not going to be rude to you, but your son, even this week, has been stirring it up on other channels. So you're welcome here. He will never be welcome here. You know, he's been out there calling me a bully this week, so he will never, ever be welcome here. Tell him to move his hex as well. I'm sick of being ill. Biddlefied. True. True. What have you spotted? What I just read. And a good vampire show is Being Human. That was good. Yeah, True Blood was good until the fairy shit. Spheral's not here. I won't get a row for that. Go Steelers. What's that? Wait, you've talked about sport. Pluribus is okay sci-fi, but why the fuck is it top of the pot? What? Mr. Ballard's great ex-Navy SEAL, but he's pissed off the SEAL community. Oh dear. Erie, Edinburgh. I haven't. The old B word. Mythos. Mythos. Will you please put out a fucking community post or something? People seem to think that I'm your manager or some shit. I hope you're doing well. Beto, do you have any hot toys? I don't, cram it. I can't afford them. But I said to Mrs. Geek, if I get hot toy, I won't have a collection of hot toys. They're too much money. I can't justify it. If I was going to get a hot toy, it would either have to be John Bernthal's Punisher or Chris Hemsworth's Thor or Darth Vader or Stormtrooper. But I would only get one of them. There was the Avengers Endgame Thor hot toy. Obviously, that came up before I had this chat, and I was I was saving like hell to get it, and then I couldn't find it. I think it was about 600 quid. Beardo is Mythos' PA. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Hey, if you want to go and see a fucking fantastic Star Wars Hot Toys collection, Mythos has got a few. Really nice. Beardo, what logo is the red baseball cap? Oh, that's Iron Man. I'm a comic book nerd. I googled Hot Toys. I went to Love Honey. Yeah. Back soon, Crazy Town, yeah. All sorted. Mate, people will be so glad to see you back. I still haven't found Parson Pete. If you saw the mess down there... Not a mess. What's a hot toy? Right. Oh, that's a good one. Fuck off. I don't want to sign up, and I don't want your cookies. Put the cookie down. That is a hot toy. There you go. 400 quid. Hot Toys Deadpool. So, basically, it's twice the size of those. The 12-inch figures. But you replace the hands and all the rest of it, and they're fully posable, but the clothing is real clothing as opposed to plastic clothing. So obviously you can change the face plates to get different looks on his mask and different weapons, different poses and stuff. They come with stands. The guns are not plastic, they're metal. The posing on them is incredible. Well, that's obviously just the Deadpool one. That's on Zavi. Oh, stop looking. This Iron... Emu. Fucking Timu, 23 quid. Is it fuck? Right, let me look for an unmasked one. Oh, right, there you go. Look at that Robert Downey Jr. face there for the Iron Man 3. Look at that. Obviously, you can put the helmet on. 2 different faces, battle scarred. You can move the eyes in them. The, Hot Toys are next level collector's stuff. Where's all this Marvel? Where's the start? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Ooh, that's not a hot toy. That's a Sideshow collectible. Yeah, but there you go. They're hot toys. But they're about £500. I would like one. It's in the cabinet now, isn't it? Yeah. I've got Thor. Is he up there? No. I've got Thor down there with the lightning bolts and Mjolnir Stormbreaker from the end of Endgame where he's got the dreads and the braided beard. There's a hot toy of that. And that, if I could only get one, that would be the one I got. Right, let me see if I can find it. That's a knockoff. It's going to cost £450 for another Sony. Oh, wait. I just found one for 300 quid. Ooh! Oh, she's going to kick my ass. Look at it. Look at it. So, see, you can... Oh, this is horrible. Luminous reflective eyes, the different hands, the stand, the boots and stuff. You can add lightning effects to Stormbreaker. Lightning effects to Stormbreaker and Mjolnir to his chest. Look at that. But obviously it's made from leather, PVC and stuff, and real cloth good cape. It's even got the 2 different eye colours right. That, if I could get a hot toy, that is the one I would get. And having just seen the price on that, £284. Oh, it's a proper one. Oh, how much trouble do you think I'll get in for spending £300? You can see 50 on it. I know. Can you get your beard like that? I can braid the front of it there. I can't braid the sides because A, they don't grow properly, and B, I keep fucking shaving it. They'll go so well with the Barbie. What's that in dollars? About $500, I think. That's not big. It's about 12. So those there, the average size figures, they're 6 inches. The hot toys are about 12 inches. But because Chris Hemsworth is tall, they're in scale. This geek is going to hurt us if we don't stop you, I feel. Not you lot that'll get in trouble. It's only almost $400, yeah, but they're so good. They're so good. It's going to be with trouble if you get that, I know. The thing is, you'd have to go in the glass cabinet there, and then I'd have to change, because that's a statue there, and then that one up there. Because Thor's my favourite comic book character. If you get one, you'll have to get more. We get a snore? No. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Mrs. Geek, don't, Jolene. To be fair, I've made a promise to Mrs. Geek that we're going to get out there plastered before I spend any more money on equipment and toys. Sad times. Although, Marvel Legends have just released, or pre-orders, for the Marvel Legends movie versions of Blade, X-23, Wolverine Without the Sleep. Oh dear. I was half waiting for Mr. Geek to turn up the chat then, like, he's done what? You get in shit if you hit buy. I got a 3-day silent treatment after being bought a Steam Deck. Thing is, I couldn't buy something like that and then just put it on a shelf and hope she didn't notice. Can't get one because then Mrs. Geek will bring the wrestling to real life. Maybe. They're not toys. They're not like, and you were absolutely correct. They are collectible action figures. Do you have an adult lightsaber? No, I've always wanted one. The price on them, fucking ridiculous. And I had one. I had a Darth Vader one. My mate had an Obi-Wan, and we smashed them to bits because they were the ones with the proper noises. And when you wave them, they make different noises. When you connect them, they flash. And me and my mate spent a lot of money on them, and we smashed them to bits drunk with our mates filming us. Just tell Mr. Geek it's an investment. They are art. I agree. Retail therapy will help you. You guys are just trying to make me single or some shit, aren't you? What you have to do is set double aside, so when she complains, you got money there for your missus. Do you have an AT-AT? I don't. I've got, Slick was kind enough to send me an old TIE Fighter in from the 70s. I've got an old smaller Millennium Falcon. But no, I've got stuff in the garage. I've got a lot of Star Wars 3.75 inch figures that are going to be going on that shelf. If your part will fix, please. Yes, you can. When I can find it.
Dude! Bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
You can just do the saber noises. It's not the same. Not the same. What are you talking about investing in? My early demise if I spend £400 on a fucking hot toy. Do not buy anything. You'll pay for it. Mrs. Geek will blame us for me. She won't blame you. She'll blame me. They're not dolls, Simon Passant. First I figure I got was after the movie came out was Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was disappointed at the time because to me he was an old man. Oh, he's cool. True. I'm not paying attention. What did you do, Sponge? What did Sponge do? Get it? If she catches you, see the flu went to your head. I'm a terrible ableist. Yes, you are. You're absolutely terrible. Man flu is clouding your judgment. Probably. Maybe I should just get drunk. Hey, Mandy Priest. Thank you for the membership. Thank you very, very much. They're not dollies. They're working on a real light feed. But it'll never work, though, right? Because light doesn't just stop. You're not trying hard enough for the Saber sound effects. I didn't. How'd you like them apples? They're collectible dress-up dolls. No, they are not. They're not. Star Wars Theory makes amazing lightsabers. Jenny, there's a few companies I've looked at. Because those things, they are not lightsabers. They are light tubes for filming. But I'm telling you, when I pulled it out, and like I turned one blue and one red, I was in the living room going... And I did put them back to back. It was like, look, Mrs. Geek, I got a red double ender. My son spends hundreds on collectibles for him and his boyfriend. I mean, my dad came in the studio today because he knows I've been doing stuff with it. My dad came in and just went, wow. He's seen it before, but it was a bit of a mess. And he was just like, wow. And he's like this. So what's the most expensive thing in here? I was like, I'm not entirely sure, but started talking toys with my dad. My dad's just like, you had them as a kid. Them. I was like, they are the ones from when I was a kid. Batman 89 stuff. And he's like, wow. So what else have you got? And like the He-Man stuff up there. And he was like, I remember you having them as a kid. I was like, no, you binned them. I've had to buy them after the fact. But yeah, my old man was so impressed, not only with the two setups, but everything that's in the room as well. Have you seen N-Sabers? They make fencing ones. Fencing ones? I think that's the ones I was looking at with the sound effects and stuff. Where's Possum Pete? He's in a box down there somewhere. I'll have to dig him out. And then I gotta find a home for him. Or numerous homes for him and move him around the studio so you guys can please spot the possum. Wait. I found him. If I kept spoons, you can see there's one hanging there. There's one there. There's a giant one there. There's one hanging off the screen up there. There's a box of hundreds of them down there. There's some in the drawer there. And the short sort of soup wooden spoon somebody sent me is actually in the kitchen drawer because I actually eat my noodles with it. Barbara Robertson, thank you for the £10. Hope you're feeling well. Good night. Thank you, Barbara. And thank you for your kindness in the comments. Are you in a new room? No, I've just redone this room, or I'm in the middle of redoing it. Because I actually want to do a proper studio tour, show everything off, maybe do a live stream off my phone, and you guys can ask me what things are, and I can show you close up. Now that there's no dust in here, by the time I get around to it, it'll be dusty again. You do have awesome things in your room. I do. I even found. Right, we got a bit of time. Anyone remember the Guitar Hero game? I even found my Guitar Hero figures. I don't know how old they are, but I found them. I only bought 2 of them, the Punk and Axel. Vito gets Blue Peter. Miss seeing Possum Pete in his dress. It was a jumper. It was a Christmas jumper, and the Christmas jumper is not on Pete anymore. Just saying. That's awesome. I've only got the punk and him. I've also got... I'll do a studio tour one day. It won't be that far off. Why is my stream deck flashing? Mike's Mysteries, you can't. It's got to go back to Mama Geek. Oh, wait. Did I do the button? Did I make a button? I did. Imagine having to list that lot for insurance. I did. What those dolls called you get in the coffin sheet box? We've got a cupboard full of them upstairs. Living Dead dolls. Our daughter collected them. And she's like, I've grown out of them, throw them away. I was like, put them away. Don't throw them away, because they will be worth an absolute fucking fortune. And some of them are. Yeah, I'd love to do a proper show around of all the stuff I've got, because I've got some incredible things. I mean, like, even my comics. Maybe, you know, you should get hold of Goliath Games Power Savers. Toy that actually extends and retracts. Oh. So I'm trying to find a little Hawaiian shirt for Pete. But I even got things like that. Old Thundercat stuff from when I was a kid. Obviously, they're all curled up and stuff because they were just used when I was a kid. They're not worth shit. But I've got the old Thundercat stuff from when I was a kid. You just get figurines in your tea boxes. Huh? Need an Annabelle doll for your collection. I've got one up there in the case. My horror stuff is all up there. You should be able to just make her out. There. Next to Pennywise. Yes, Dean Bailey, I do have a My Little Pony. There. You can just see it behind the rubbish bag. I do not want any more ponies. I do not. Stupid Welsh weather. Is it snowing again? Because my computer's telling me there's a snow warning again. Captain Planet. Oof, I haven't seen that for years. Pointed into a black hole. Yeah, I'll do a proper thing in the studio one day. Bronies are a real thing. What? Oh, I see the blinding lights. You make fucking work for this, shouldn't you? Right. Turn that up there. There. Annabelle. Pennywise. Freddy's glove. Alien. Jason. Pennywise. Kessler. Wolf. Texas Chainsaw. Screaming Freddy over there. There's loads and loads and loads. And no, I can't actually bring my light back. See what you've done? Shouldn't it be in the rubbish bag? Well, it should, but when people gift me things, even for a joke, I keep them. Do snowing all week in Manchester. Yeah, we haven't got much down here. Skeptical with Robert the doll. Me too. Well, that light actually looks better pointing up that way, doesn't it? Is that actually a bit better than being all washed out white? Excuse me, I'm very sorry. That actually looks better, right? With the light bouncing back. Gotta feed the cats. I've got to jump off anyway. Crazy how much you can put in a tiny room. I mean, the room's bigger than the camera makes it look, to be fair. It's not a massive room, but it's bigger than it looks. I do not know what bronies are. Yeah, I think that light actually looks better. Maybe I'll reflect it off the ceiling. It does look better. Oh, well. Why didn't I think of that? Instead of putting a diffuser over, just bounce the light. Makes the lights behind me look better as well. You look beautiful either way. Thank you. Thank you. Beardo in the dark is always better. And there's my mods, ladies and gentlemen. There's my mods. Right, that should be more there. Yeah, that looks better, right? I like that. I like that. It's the same size as our mum's closet. You know, the colour scheme looks incredible. I mean, I can change the colour to whatever I want it to be fair. That light up on the top is capable of so much. I don't have a snore. If I just angle that a bit better at the ceiling so the light reflects back, I think I've just worked it out to make my camera. Do you want my Star Wars guy? He's a grey-faced bad guy. Do you mean the Emperor? Absolutely. Listen, if you guys are sat there with like old Star Wars and He-Man and Thundercats and shit, and you want rid of it, I'm your guy. I am your guy. You know, how'd you decide? I've always only ever done 2 hours for the chat in. That is the 1989 Batwing. And the 1989 Batmobile, the Joker, Batman, the Batbike, Bob the Goon. There's a mini one there. I've got the entire Batman 89 collection. Wooden floors are dangerous in socks. They are. Actually love the colour shift. It does look so much better. It does look so much better. I've also got the Nolan's Tumbler down there and animated series Batmobile there. Naruto, never watched it. Don't even know what it is. Makes your cheeks glow. I mean, it needs a little bit more Justin, but yeah, that looks much better, to be fair. I am gonna, yeah, but as for the length, I normally do 4 hours for gaming, 2 hours for these chat-in. But I'm going to be less strict on the time. If the chat's going well and people are enjoying it, I'll run over. I'd love to keep going tonight, but I can already feel my voice starting to pack in. I'd get that HT Thor if I was you. You'd back at the full price you wait. I know. I know. Russian phosphates are some of the finest in the world. Is that alcohol? It's the broom cupboard. You need a puppet and a sing-along your favourite cartoon show. Isn't the broom cupboard? Not a broom cupboard. I think we've nailed the lighting in here now. I just need a light for under that cabinet there. More lights for those bottom shelves. Looking good. I've never watched the spaghetti comes in yet as we're ending. What a knob. Yeah, I'm surprised we went over. I'm sweating like... No, I can't make that joke. Right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much for your time this evening and putting up with my sniffling and coughing and in. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna go and have some food. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'd like to do a gaming stream tomorrow, but I can't see it happening. We'll decide. We'll decide. Thank you all so much for your kindness tonight and for sticking around with the horrible sound and the weird light and all that stuff. Andrew, it's not Y-Files, it's going to be... What did you guys say you wanted to watch? It's gone. But yeah, check the Discord. Much love to you all. Thank you again. Beardo out.
I'm not talking to you now. Sorry, I just tickled myself.
Girly Twirly, thank you for the membership. I appreciate it. I almost forgot this one. I almost forgot. What do you call a belt made of watches? A waste of time.
I'm not talking to you now. Sorry, I just tickled myself. I'm like, oh. Mr. Wave, you literally legs, arms, and a head. What the fuck? Oh my god!
Get those tomatoes.
Fire and
out of
blanks.
my
Mine.
chat.
Baseball bat.
Please, you can, and boom. Oh. I pressed a random button and it was the button for this thing I'm already on. We offered Side-Eye Guy's asshole up to the incubus/succubus. Nothing happened to his bumhole.
It's a noxious odor and it smells pretty rotten, and I've got a strong suspicion it's coming from your bottom.
I get brown and pink mixed up. Fuck off. No, 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 no. Marilyn Monday. I saw that video. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardo. And